Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Stoner Dave here. So, I put up a video yesterday. I'm waiting for it to process still, I guess. I looked at the studio this morning. It says it still has like 4 minutes left, so I might have to try to re-upload it when I get home. Continuing the little series on electronics, so people like Detroit Record don't have to go through life being totally ignorant on electronics they're claiming to be experts in. But I want to talk a little bit about Detroit Record's most recent video. So, I'm not a big YouTube channel, obviously, right? But I know a little bit about how it works and what happens with everything, right? So here's the deal. If you want to get a bigger YouTube channel, you can go Google, what do I need to do to get a bigger YouTube channel? How do I expand my YouTube channel? How do I grow my YouTube channel? Yada, yada, yada. And the response will not have anything to do with your budget, right? They're not going to say, how much money do you have? Well, I can make you this big because you have this much money. No. They're going to tell you, use keywords in your title. Make it something that's easily searchable for the topic that you're trying to cover. Be engaging with your audience. Common sense things that let you know that, hey, if you want to do this, there's ways to make it better for you, right? It's not complicated, but it's difficult because you've got to think about what do people want to see, right? You can't just go out there and say whatever you want, right? Nobody wants to hear what you want to say. Really, nobody wants to hear what you want to say. Unless you're somebody who everybody fucking knows, nobody fucking cares about your opinion. Nobody fucking cares about my opinion. Nobody cares about your opinion. Only opinion that anybody really cares about is their own. So if you want to grow your YouTube channel, it'd be a good idea to consider what everybody else's opinion is and try to reach that middle ground so that you can be appealing to a wide range of people. A wide, diverse range of people. Alright, so this notion about these big YouTube channels coming onto the scene with somebody promoting it. I actually watch quite a few channels that have some kind of a sponsor, right? That's what he's talking about, sponsorship. And these channels, they weren't always sponsored, right? A big channel that I really like, Electroboom, right? Electroboom, sponsored by Brilliant.org, or is it .com? Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. He's sponsored by Brilliant. I also like Up and Adam, sponsored by Brilliant. Quite a few of the channels that I like are sponsored by Brilliant, and I can't really explain why, right? I mean, there are other channels that I watch that have different sponsorship, but there's also channels that I watch that are rather large that don't have any sponsorship. New Rockstars. I love the New Rockstar channel, especially when it comes to New Marvel Productions, right? Their coverage of New Marvel Productions, untouchable, right? But you watch them, they don't really have corporate sponsorship. But they're not a single person either. They're a group of people that got together and formed this channel, and you'll see that there's several different people that'll do several different videos, all under the guise of Rockstars. And they spread out and have a couple more channels as well. Rather huge fucking channel, and I fucking love them, right? Not really corporate sponsorship, but the people who are in that channel, they're very engaging and they know how to do their job. And if you look, they're doing exactly what YouTube says you should do to grow your channel. They have a presence on social media. They have a presence all over the place promoting their channel and getting people to watch. And of course, they have their other things, you know, that everybody does, right? So, how does a channel end up with corporate sponsorship? That's kind of an easy answer, right? Show that you have the ability to be engaging and that you can grow your channel on your own. And these corporations that do things like what you're aiming for example, Electro Boom and Up and Atom are very educational based, showing people scientific things, you know. Brilliant being an educational organization, trying to get people into thinking and doing, right? Being associated with channels that are in that type of thing gives them a bit, so more people watch the channel, the more people will order this brilliant sponsor. And the two guys, they form kind of a synergetic, symbiotic relationship. Okay. Now, the thing to remember, Electro Boom wasn't always sponsored by Brilliant, right? He grew to a certain size, and then Brilliant noticed him and offered sponsorship, right? Now, somebody offers you sponsorship, you are not fucking like, oh my God, I gotta change everything about myself and do it. No. I mean, Electro Boom still got that comic edge and still does, I don't want to say stupid things, but he still does stupid things to prove a point about what he's talking about. Electro Boom and Brilliant doesn't tell him what he can and can't say. He knows that he's got to keep his content at, say, a PG level, right? He can't go out there saying fuck, shit, ass, cunt, dick, whatever, fucking all day, because if he does, he's not going to have that level of, hey, this guy's a good teacher. He's going to be more of a, man, this is a foul-mouthed guy. And a lot of people are going to be like, I don't want to watch a guy who's just cussing all day. Now, most people don't cuss in their videos. I've noticed this trend. Detroit Wrecker, he even said in one of his videos, they're going to probably delete this because I dropped an F-bomb. They don't. They never have. But he says they do, and so the people watching get this notion that, oh my God, they do censor shit. Now look, he's worried they're going to pull his video. They must have pulled one in the past, which they haven't. I mean, even the video that he said they pulled, still on his fucking channel. So, it really is, he's just talking bullshit, right? His COVID-19 video, still up after 5 years. He just doesn't have the common sense or brains or intellect or knowledge or whatever to go and look and see it's still there. He just wants to be able to claim that he's being persecuted, and most of the people that are watching, they don't go and look to say, oh, is it? Has it been? What's going on? Because they just take his word for it, right? Why would somebody lie about that? And of course, dramatic effect. It's fucking crazy, but the audience that he's going for, this guitar community, it's not really the guitar community of YouTube, right? You'll notice other people talking about how, the guitar community, they don't play guitar anymore. They just talk about gear and blah, blah, blah. But no, not really. I see a lot of people playing guitar on YouTube. I mean, I can go through any day of the week, start skimming through shorts, and I'll see at least 3 different people that are playing guitar. Some badly, some good, but either way, they're all playing. So, no, it's not that people are fucking being paid not to do things or being paid to do things, right? And you talk about musicians, right? Your favorite guitarist does an album, but is he playing to what he says he's playing? Yeah, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Now, he says, whenever people go into the studio, they're trying to get the best live performance they can get. That's some fucking bullshit there too, right? That's the talk of somebody who's never been in a recording studio. Never fucking been in a recording studio. Because when you go into a recording studio, you don't do a live performance. You play by yourself, and you play phrase by phrase multiple fucking times. They just piece it together to get what would sound like the best live performance. It's a lot of play it, cut, start over. You didn't do it the same way. You have to play it exactly the same way. And you don't just play it exactly the same way twice. You have to play it exactly the same way 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times. Because it's going to be spread out across multiple tracks. Now, he said, he mentioned a few bands, said Rage Against the Machine does it the old school way where they would go in and record it live. And no, they didn't. No, they fucking didn't. They did it just like everybody else has done it since the 1950s. Go in, and each person goes into a box and records their shit by themselves, one at a time. And then everything gets layered on top of each other to get the fucking sound that you hear. All those bands like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and all of them, they all did it, played it live, and then, no, they didn't. Just like everybody else, when they went into the studio, they played it individually, one at a time. That's why the live performance always sounds different than the fucking studio performance. The live performance, yeah, you get the one shot to do it, and you do it, and you better fucking do it right. But that's what you get, is the one shot to play it live. When you're playing in the studio, you play it again and again and again and again. When you're playing in live, you're playing with the whole band. Everybody's working together in sync with each other. I would say in synchronicity, but that's too big of a word. But everybody plays it in sync together live. And you have to ask yourself, why is it that they're able to play it so well live? You know, because when you're playing with your friends and everything, you can't play it that well live. You guys go into your garages or whatever and play with your friends, and if you were recording it, right, put a microphone in the middle of the room or whatever and record it, it'll sound nothing like a fucking studio quality recording. It'll sound like a bunch of garbled mess. And it always will, because you only got one microphone here. Everything's going into that microphone, and it's going to just sound like shit. Because your bass line is overrunning your guitar lines, your drums are fucking snapping everything out, and the vocals are fucking trying to come in on top of all that. It's just not how it's done. It never has been done like that. There's not one fucking studio recording where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that live in one take. And of course, it's because Detroit Records never, ever, ever been in any kind of a recording situation. He's also never played live, but that's beside the point. If you want to grow your YouTube channel, what you got to do, you got to be engaging with your audience. You have to have something that people are interested in hearing. Whether it be your political views or your desires for things, or even if you're just talking about your day-to-day experience. Now, if you're a guitar player and you want to be big on YouTube, you'd better be a damn good guitar player, because there are shit tons of really fucking good guitar players out there on YouTube. I mean, they're all over the place. Fucking phenomenal fucking guitar players. So if you're a Detroit wrecker trying to make yourself a big YouTube channel playing guitar, well, you've got a long way to go before you're able to play at a level that's going to compete with any of the guitar channels on YouTube. And I looked at your guitar community, and I'm going to say your guitar community because it's not the guitar community. Your guitar community. And I see a lot of semi-talented guitar players, you know. Not one person in your little group there has got what it takes to actually make it as a guitar player in this world. You've got people that are out there playing 8-string guitars with tapping only, right? And they just fucking... And they're fucking going all over the place and fucking making just outrageously phenomenal music. And they're not just going out there and doing sweeps like you do to sound impressive. They're not just going out there and playing a string load of pentatonics and throwing in a few pinches and saying, oh yeah, look at me, I'm so fucking cool. They're out there fucking playing all kinds of shit. I mean, I've listened to you and seen what you can do, right? I've seen what you can do. And then I go and I check out any number of other guitar channels. And I see people that make what you do look like a walk in the park, right? So you want people to watch your channel, but you can't play at a level that is going to impress anybody. And that's the whole point of playing a guitar on a YouTube channel. You have to impress somebody. So you say, I can't do it without some kind of corporate sponsorship, so everybody must need a corporate sponsorship. And no, it doesn't work like that. You don't get a corporate sponsorship and then make it. You have to make it, and then you can get a corporate sponsorship. And I brought up Electroboom. He's got a corporate sponsorship with the Brilliant. He didn't start off with that. He went for quite a while without any corporate sponsorship. But he made some videos that caught people's attention. And those videos that caught people's attention caught the attention of this sponsor, Brilliant. And Brilliant said, hey, I want to sponsor your channel. And he says, cool, I need a paycheck. And they say, okay, keep making good content and we'll keep giving you a paycheck. And there he has it. As long as he makes good content, gets lots of views, and he gets that juicy YouTube money, and he gets his money from Brilliant. And the money he gets from Brilliant, he uses that to make better content. As he makes better content, he gets more views, and he gets more money from YouTube, and he gets more money from Brilliant, and he uses that money to make better content, to get more views, to make more money, to make his content better, to get more views. And it's kind of like doing cocaine, right? I do cocaine so I can work more hours, so I can make more money, so I can get more cocaine, so I can work more hours, so I can make more money, so I can get more cocaine. It's kind of the same thing. Make better content, get sponsors so you can make more money. Make more money so you can make better content. Make better content so you get more views. Get more views so you can get more money. Get more money so you can make better content. Make better content so you can get more views. Get more views so you can make more money. Make more money so you can get more better content. It just goes on and on and on. That's how it works. This whole notion that you have to get the corporate sponsorship and then you'll start getting views is ass backwards. It's ass backwards, and it always will be ass backwards, because you can't get corporate sponsorship unless you got something that the corporation sees as viable to make more money. The more views that Electroboom gets, the more people will subscribe to Brilliant. The more people that subscribe to Brilliant, the more money that Brilliant makes. The more money that Brilliant makes, the more they're willing to pay Electroboom to make better content. Because the better content he makes, the more views he gets. The more views he gets, the more people go to Brilliant. More people go to Brilliant, the more money Brilliant makes. It's called an investment. Every sponsorship is an investment by that corporation. You don't have to go and pay to get views. Now, there are services that you can get. You can go and pay services, and they will promote your YouTube channel for you. And it's essentially, you're just paying them to do that work. Well, I've got to go to work, so I will see you later. Peace out.